One of the most common reasons I hear from people and why they don't want to get into tea is that they feel it's too much of a commitment with all of the tools and accoutrements that you need. But the truth is that you really don't need anything to enjoy tea besides what you already have in your house. So today I wanted to show you guys how to brew grandpa style using a regular glass, and bowl brewing, which you would use just a regular bowl. So grandpa style basically refers to just brewing your tea in a glass without the use of a strainer. And so generally this is a style that I find works really well for green and white teas. There are some other teas that work well for it too, and it really just depends on your personal preference. But it's something that's fun to play around with and kind of see if some of your favorite teas work well for this too. Generally you're going to use cooler water. I definitely suggest trying to use a glass that's heat tempered if you can, so that you have much less risk of it breaking. Generally, you're going to use water that's about 175 degrees or cooler. The tea that I'm using is a Luo Chun white tea from Yunnan sourcing. And the cool thing about Luo Chun is that the leaves are curly, and so that when you brew them in a glass like this, they'll actually sink to the bottom all on their own. So since this is a Luo Chun, I'm going to add the water first. And basically you just add your leaves on the top. You can see how those all sunk really quickly. And the amount of leaves that you use is really not important. It's a matter of personal preference. I tend to use a lot of leaves personally because I like a stronger taste, but you don't really have to do that. Some people just use a little pinch. So to drink your grandpa style tea, basically all you're going to do is drink like that and use your teeth as a strainer. It can take a little bit of practice at first, and you'll probably eat a few leaves, but that's not going to hurt you at all, so don't worry about it. As you drink, your tea is going to become more concentrated as the amount of water is reduced. And so in order to keep it from getting bitter, basically all you're going to do is just continue to add water as you drink. And you can basically keep going like this until the leaves lose their flavor. So it's a really great way to kind of extend the life of your tea. I tend to drink that way if I'm outdoors or if I'm not at home, because you get a lot more mileage out of one single batch of leaves. I know there's a reflection from the computer screen where I'm filming, but I think you guys can kind of see what Grandpa Brewing's all about. This works really well for teas like Dragonwell or Luo Chun like this. I find Japanese green teas tend not to do as well this way, but some people do drink them that way. So it's really just a matter of what you like to do. And so for bowl brewing, all you need is a small bowl. I like to use rice bowls for this. I find that they work really well and they're not too large. I found this one in Chinatown for just a few dollars. I like it because it has a rice pattern where you can see, since I'm shining the light, that light will actually shine through your tea leaves. So this is a rice pattern bowl, so you can see from my flashlight here, there's actually little bits of the bowl where a clear glaze is added. That way light can shine through your tea. So the tea that I'm using for this is Mountain Wind, which was sent to me through my Global Tea Hut subscription. If you haven't checked them out yet, I definitely highly recommend it. And so the directions for bowl brewing are basically the same as grandpa style. All you're going to do is pour water over your leaves. I find tea that is long and twisty tends to work much better for bowl brewing than other types. So this is a sheng pour tea, but I find that any long twisty tea, especially I found that Dian Hogs work really well for this. Basically, you just carefully sip from your bowl using your teeth as a strainer. I really like brewing this way, partly because it's so simple. You really can't get much easier than that. But also because it really gets you up close and personal with the leaves. I don't know if you guys can see this clearly or not, but that's basically what your leaves will look like. You really don't need a lot, just a little pinch, because they'll definitely open up as you drink. It's basically just like grandpa style. As your water goes down, just keep adding, and that way it'll keep it from getting bitter on you. And there you have it, 2 really easy ways to brew tea at home. I know it's been a little while since my last video, but I'm hoping to get some more out soon. I always love getting feedback from you guys, so feel free to let me know what you think in the comments. If you're already drinking tea grandpa style or by bowl brewing, I'd love to know what kind of tea you'd like to drink that way. My next quarterly journal goes out in October, so be sure to sign up for my email newsletter to make sure that you don't miss the next issue. And I'll see you guys soon.